Hello everyone, and welcome to my bold and beautiful official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. According to the spoilers for Bold and the Beautiful, Brooke Logan had a very soapy idea. She needed to come by Thomas Forrester's new digs and say thanks to him for changing his life. Watchers know the chances of Brooke needing to do so, and afterward, finding the scene she stumbled over was unimaginably lengthy yet hit. Seeing Expectation Spencer with Thomas addressed a monstrous sensation that this has happened before second. As Stephanie Forrester gazed down on daytime history being retold through Brooke's daughter, ardent viewers awaited her words from high above. Thomas Forrester's new residence. Thomas was residing in his granddad's home until being compelled to move. Paris Buckingham showed compassion for him. Watchers last saw Thomas residing at Paris Place. They probably expected that could turn into another matching, as Paris offered unreserved recognition about Thomas' actual appearance on different events, in any event, driving expectation into conceding that she viewed him as engaging. In any case, nothing created with Paris and Thomas found his very own position eventually in the wake of being re-established as Expectation for Future's lead planner. The fans perceived the arrangement when Trust strolled into his apartment suite. They would probably spend their time together there in secret. Strong, and the delightful spoilers, the mystery is rapidly out. There are times when TPTB drag a storyline. There are many examples. While the lead-in to Trust being with Thomas has been working for quite a long time, their acknowledged association has worked out in a small bunch of episodes. They might have conceivably stayed quiet about their association, to some extent through the heft of the late spring, however, that was not to be. Along these lines, watchers can inquire as to why Thomas' entryway didn't lock after he let Trust in. That permitted Brooke to drive into his single-man cushion, a still well-suited moniker, see Trust's work recognizable proof identification, wedding and wedding bands, and bolt higher up to Thomas' room. Strong, and the lovely spoilers. In the meantime, under the comfortable cover, perusers of this exhaustive cleanser site realize that Jacqueline Massinswood is pregnant. As a result, the actor has been seen wearing bulky purses and blankets in more and more scenes. Steffy was under agreeable cover with the significant other talking about Trust and Thomas in the front room at the Precipice House. She said something to John Finnegan that perfectly summed up this brand new storyline for Noel's character. Indeed, Trust is a Logan on B&B. The strong and the delightful B&B, spoilers record, but Taylor Hayes will include herself in her child's life in the wake of realizing what Brooke Logan found. The Forrester-Logan fight accepts one more divert as youngsters from the two families become engaged with a head-turning relationship. Trust Spencer isn't Taylor's best option for her child. Thomas Forrester, of course, is not on Brooke's list of ideal hope candidates. Liam Spencer accepts he has previously lost Trust in what has been a years-in-length battle against Thomas being essential for their lives. Spoilers for Bold and the Beautiful. Liam Spencer gives up without fighting. R.G. Forrester, Hope and Thomas's brother, is the center of both families. Everyone in both families likes him. Indeed, even Taylor esteems Hoffman's great-hearted character to a limited extent, since he is Edge's child. Liam was urged by R.J. and John Finnegan to fly to Rome to support Hope. Liam witnessed what appeared to be the end of his marriage and the official beginning of Hope's romantic relationship with Thomas as a result of that encouragement, which resulted in disaster. In any case, Liam became desolate in the wake of discovering that Trust deceived his trust and broke their marriage promises. After fighting Thomas to this point, he may be too worn out to fight for Hope. Striking and the wonderful spoilers. Brooke Logan won't stay quiet. Brooke has consistently had a ton to say regarding numerous themes, most particularly family matters. She may have reconciled with Ridge recently, indicating that they are in agreement regarding Hope and Thomas's marriage. As watchers review, Brooke was not gullible about Trust's creating sentiments. Hope admitted, when directly questioned, that she acted erratically and had a strong desire for Thomas. The above discussion followed a frenzied one, weeks prior, where Trust told Brooke she was happy to be nothing similar to her. Brooke was made aware of Hope's marital issues by Hope's out-of-character comment. Striking, and the delightful spoilers. Taylor Hayes will fault enemy. Taylor will probably proceed with her example of faulting Brooke for everything from the absence of harmony in all countries to a rainstorm that affected Lay. Therefore, it is not out of the question to connect Hope's pursuit of Thomas with Brooke's infamous romantic reputation. Taylor, on the other hand, seems primed to question Thomas' judgment behind closed doors. His relationships with his family and his position as lead designer for Hope for the future may be impacted by his willingness to pursue a hoped-for relationship with Noel's character. Most importantly, Taylor will probably remind Thomas that another factor will be at play if Hope has revealed that she is like her mother. On B&B, Hope could break Thomas' heart just like Brooke did to Ridge on multiple occasions. This website is a leading resource for everything related to the bold and the beautiful. Return consistently for B&B spoilers and news. The intense and the delightful spoilers show everything isn't well for recently rejoined couple Edge Forrester and Brooke Logan. It seems like at whatever point Brooke and Edge attempt to revive their sentiment, their grown-up kids disrupt the general flow, and this time around will be no exemption. As per B&B spoilers, Brooke Logan will go to her child daddy Minister Sharp as their little girl Trust Logan's marriage goes into an all-out dumpster fire. Deacon was frequently absent as a father, but he appears to be attempting to make up for lost time and be an excellent father to his middle-aged daughter. With all due respect, she wants a father like never before this moment. B&B spoilers. Deacon Sharp and Brooke Logan grow closer. Deacon Sharp and Brooke Logan will spend a lot of time together in the coming months. Trust's spiraling and Thomas Forrester antics will have Brooke at her limit. What's more, you can't fail to remember that right before Brooke rejoined with Edge Forrester in Rome, Elder appeared close to home and claimed his affection for her. The powers of Providence are falling into perfect order for an Edge-Brooke Elder circle of drama, and we are hanging around for it. Span doesn't have a potential for success. Throughout the long term, Brooke and Edge have knocked heads and separated time and again over his child Thomas Forrester and her girl Trust Logan. Ridge is always on Thomas' side because Brooke despises him. This extension sentiment will be brief. Also, as indicated by the intense and the delightful spoilers, Elder Sharp will be there to get the pieces. Edge Forrester will see Brooke and Elder holding over their little girl Trust's inconveniences and their common contempt for Thomas. It's inevitable before Brooke and Minister get physical or Edge's envy defeats him, and he snaps. Brooke Logan asked Hope Spencer how she could do this with Thomas Forrester and reminded her that she was married in case she had forgotten. Trust and Thomas hurriedly put some garments on as Brooke kept on bringing over finding them in bed together. Brooke was forced to wonder if Thomas had any control of the situation, but Hope insisted that she had made the choice and would not regret it. Despite the fact that Brooke brought up that Liam Spencer was Trust's significant other, Trust terminated back that her better half left her. Brooke stated that Hope was not going to be with Thomas and that this was a mistake. However, Thomas intervened and attempted to assist Hope in explaining. Notwithstanding, Brooke felt that Thomas ought to have been sent expectation home when she came to him for solace over the separation news. Trust contended that Brooke shouldn't fault Thomas and recognized that it was shocking to continue on so rapidly. However, she likewise demanded that what occurred with Thomas was lovely, energetic, and heartfelt. Hope made fun of Brooke's inability to comprehend her daughter's out-of-character behavior and mocked the notion that little Miss Hope Logan was too good to act in this manner. Hope only felt bad that she had attacked her mother about not wanting to be like her and suggested that she follow her heart in the same way that Brooke had done in the past. Hope was so much better than Brooke that she didn't want her to follow in her footsteps. Brooke said that nothing good could come from what Hope and Thomas did because she wouldn't accept that it was beautiful. Brooke cautioned Thomas and Trust that they planned to fail to remember what occurred since it was over at this point. Hope would return to her family with Liam, and there would be no more lingering desires. "This affair is over now," Brooke proclaimed on Friday's B&B episode. At Spencer Distributions, Wyatt Spencer brought takeout to Liam Spencer and thought he was utilizing work to try not to contemplate his concerns at home. Wyatt referenced that it wasn't up to him to tell Bill Spencer anything, so he planned to allow Liam to fill their dad in later. In any case, Wyatt actually felt that Liam expected to have a few sympathy and search profound for pardoning in the event that he truly cherished Trust. In spite of the fact that Liam couldn't quit replaying Trust selling out to him, Wyatt said it was only one kiss. Assuming expectation had locked lips with some arbitrary Italian person, all things considered, Wyatt contemplated whether Liam could move beyond it. Liam reiterated that Hope's decision to kiss Thomas was the issue and confirmed that he could. Wyatt encouraged Liam to let it proceed to zero in on his family, since they merited battling for. Regardless of Trust's mix-up, Wyatt was resolute that Liam was the man she needed and adored, not Thomas. Taylor Hayes showed up at Forrester Creations in search of Thomas because they were supposed to eat dinner together. Edge Forrester said Thomas was with Brooke, who was stressed over Trust and Liam's relationship. Taylor referenced that Thomas told her what occurred in Rome and added that nobody could fault Thomas this time. Edge said Brooke realized Thomas wasn't to blame, however Taylor actually stressed he'd confront kickback and didn't need the Logans hauling their child down. Taylor also worried that Thomas, who had worked hard to overcome his obsession and become a better man, might be triggered by Hope's stunt in Rome. Taylor was uneasy about the whole thing because she didn't want the Logans to harm Thomas. Edge felt that Taylor was blowing up north of one kiss in Italy, yet she stayed worried about what it would mean for him. Ridge inquired as to whether Taylor shared Ridge's trust in Thomas. Taylor guaranteed Edge that she for sure confided in Thomas, however the equivalent couldn't be said for Trust and Brooke. Despite this, Ridge had the impression that nothing would come of a kiss and that everything would work out in the end. As Friday's episode came to a close, Taylor and Ridge had a rather heated exchange as they stared at each other intently. The striking and the delightful spoilers say a few heartfelt shocks are just on the horizon, so stay with us for refreshers on the thing that's coming down the road. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any updates.